She's the butterfly from a couple seasons ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got this continuity thing going. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of reeling at the fact that right before we hit record and go live, was Dom the only one that knew Gugimon was a licensed or crossover thing? Did you know this, Mike?
He told me that before.
Okay.
When he found out, I found out, and that was, I don't know.
It was only a couple
No.
weeks ago. Yeah.
I'm so perplexed about this. I mean, it doesn't make me like the Gugimon skin anymore because I have always not been a fan of it because it's just not my style of whatever. But damn, I wish Janky was there. Janky would really.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't gotten like a paid Janky skin yet.
I mean, season's not over. That's definitely possible that they could do like a week where fucking the Googie gang shows up. I don't know if they have a name, if they have like a group name, a banner, if I may. I don't know. I have no idea. Mike, you're looking
I don't know.
fucking fresh with that haircut.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying
You-
something new.
You seem not happy about it. Are you not happy about it?
It's fine. I'm still
Okay.
working on it.
Okay.
It looks good. I like it. Remember? Do you
What are you
remember?
guys talking? What are you guys talking about? What the fuck happened to your head, Mike?
I squished it.
Do you
Maybe
remember
that's my haircut.
the my new haircut video?
Yes.
Is that the
It's-
guy? Is that
I forget-
he did like
I
a
forget
bunch of
what it
those? He did like a series of them, right? Was it like the guy with the wife beater on?
Yeah, I think so.
I think there were other ones, but nothing ever hit.
Yeah.
What is the point of the
No.
video? I forget.
It
I-
was
I
like
f-
this guy going to the gym and stuff.
I feel like
I remember it. But I just
maybe
don't
wife
remember.
beater is not the word to call that tank top anymore.
No,
No,
it
it's not.
Is there another term for it?
I
Because
think
It's
AT.
actually called A shirts. Yeah.
it's called an
Yeah.
A shirt. Okay, I apologize for using that. I feel like we're past that term as what that's called. That's just always what I've called those
I
undershirt
actually
tank
just saw
tops.
a discussion about this recently online. About that exact topic.
I mean, I don't even know why that is part of my vernacular. I'm assuming it's just because that's what like.
I mean, it's been ingrained in our heads since we were like children.
Yeah, I just feel like that's what like the music I was listening to referred to them as. So
No,
maybe-
it's not even just that. It's not
No,
even,
it's
it goes beyond that.
It was.
Is
it
that a
was,
common term just in general for
Yes,
for that?
100%. Yep. Especially in like '90s, it was a huge term in the '90s, 2000s.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, big,
I don't-
big time.
I like that. That used to be like I always wore one under my shirt. Like I always had one on. Like it was part of my wardrobe for fucking ever. And then probably in the last like I don't know 6 years, I stopped wearing any sort of undershirt unless I was wearing a dress shirt. Like I would wear something, whether it was a tank top or a white t-shirt. But I like used to always have like stacks of those in my drawer, and now I have like 3 that I just have in case I'm wearing a dress shirt. Basically, very weird. That used to be like what I wore, always.
I wear them under everything.
Yeah.
It's too hot for 2 shirts. Who's got time? Who's
Well,
got?
I'm not doing it now, but yes, when it gets too hot. But like when I go to work and I'm wearing a polo, then I'm gonna wear.
Yeah, dress shirt exactly. Like if you're wearing a, I guess I personally wouldn't
Also,
wear it
I just don't
under.
want my nipples poking through my shirt. Like,
Mike, let those let
Take them down.
let those bad
Right.
boys.
right
Let
on
them
the
breathe,
thing,
Mike. Let them
you
breathe.
lose, but
Listen, if
it's not my game.
if I was a female, I would probably not wear a bra most of the time. Like I probably would not.
No,
I mean, to be fair, I don't wear a bra right now,
now.
Yeah,
No.
regardless of if I'm a female or not.
fair enough. But I feel like if I was a female, I'd probably have bigger breasts than I do now.
Brenden is picturing himself as a female right now.
I just think that as a woman, I would just be a more full-bodied woman. I would be more, top heavy. I don't know what.
What is this
I'm gonna do
damn
this.
intro tonight? I don't. What is happening right now?
I just found out about Daisy and Stacks and saw that first picture.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what's happening right now. Fortnite's got us all fucked up. But anyways, I apologize for using that term. I feel like I probably won't use that term ever again. I'll try very
What are they
hard
called?
not to.
What are they called?
A team? A shirts?
Yeah, they're not A team, but
You don't like that
You're,
name.
you're not the A
But
team.
we're getting there. We're getting
Tank tops. I mean, it's probably not going to come up that often simply because I don't wear them anymore, and I have no reason to really reference them other than I don't even know why I just referenced them, to be honest. So
My new haircut guy, but
correct.
It's literally not important.
No, it's really not. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have a guest. Sometimes we talk about Daisy and Stacks too much. Either way, we get a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Saturday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing? Sorry, Jen just dropped something that was super loud. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it was super loud.
No, I heard a racket over there.
How are you doing up there, Mike?
What was the question?
How are you this evening?
Oh. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Keep going.
Anyways,
Next.
joining us this evening is the V-Buck villain. Or I don't know, maybe Todd's not the villain. Todd is the one being duped here by Big Epic, taking all his change. How are you doing
At
tonight,
least I don't
Todd?
feel like I spent a lot of money. I feel like every time I buy something, it's like $7.99. So it's
Yeah,
like,
see, that's how they get you. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm only dropping a couple bucks right now, but a couple bucks every week when you're like, oh, I need this dance. I need
But
this.
then if you think about it, I also am the monthly fee thing of the other thing.
The
So
Fortnite
that's-
crew.
Yeah, so I'd say.
Wait, what? So you're buying a lot more shit then? If you're doing crew and also buying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's only 1,000.
No, not too much. Like, I feel like I've bought 3 times, maybe $7.99 3 times, probably since I've been back into this.
See, you gotta just say you save a little. You save a little if you
I know.
buy that $100 whatever. Just you gotta drop
I
$100
pretty much
bucks, get
got
the
all
extra
my
V
dances
bucks.
I need. All the dances I wanted.
You
so-
say that now. You say that now.
You say that now.
Yeah, right.
They throw some new dances at you pretty often.
Todd, all you did was talk shit about the Ariana Grande skin, and then you bought it. So
I know. So
I don't-
Funny. I think it's so funny.
Big Daddy Epic has got his hand directly in your pocket. So
And I bought that skin the other night that like tallies your kills on your fucking.
yeah. So what are you talking about? You're deep. You're deep. You're
bought that
invested.
one, though. Yeah, no, I had 500 and I was like, yeah,
I can't
$7.99.
wait for Fortnite 2 when it doesn't carry over your cosmetics and Todd's gonna buy all this shit
Yeah, I
again.
wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
No,
we'll see.
they'll never make a Fortnite 2. There's no point. What the fuck
No.
did they do that for?
Right.
We're past the point of sequels, at least in certain types of games.
And the
Ron-
good thing about Fortnite too is I don't ever feel like I need to play it every night. Like I will play it and I like playing it, but like I don't feel like I have to play it.
No,
every
that's
night.
the thing.
You just gotta pop in at 8 o'clock every night and make sure you don't have any skins to buy.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
No, that's the great thing about Fortnite being like the regular rotation, like multiplayer, is that it's low stakes. We go in there, we hang out, we do some challenges, we do some missions, get some XP.
I can block walls off so Dom can just die and fire as I.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. So the thing about Todd is that Todd is
Hey, I
used to
won that
playing
match,
by
though.
himself. Todd is used to playing by himself. So anytime, like, he will always take the optimal strategy if it was just him, even if it screws over literally anybody else on his team around him.
Says the
way.
guy
That's
that
bad.
regularly throws fireflies at his teammates.
I don't throw them
to
at
be
you. I
fair-
throw.
To be
I
fair,
throw
if
them
Mike
at
was
the
playing
team
by
and-
himself, he would just be hucking fireflies too. So
Yeah, and I say I'm throwing fireflies, and if you guys run to fireflies when you see there's fire, that's on you.
See, but the thing.
We were running up a ramp the other day. This was like a couple weeks ago. We were running up a ramp, and we were getting shot at. And
I'll put up a wall in front of
yeah,
Mike.
Dom was like pulling up a ramp so he could put a bounce pad for us. Todd was
forgot
in
about
between us, and I was running behind. So Todd built a wall behind him in front of me, so I couldn't run up.
No, I was getting
I had
shot
to-
at, so I just threw a wall.
Yeah,
I didn't know
guess
where
what was
you
getting
were.
shot at? Me, because I was behind you. So I was trying to break the wall down, and then we both fell. I don't know how Dom got out of that situation, but we both fell and we both got knocked because Todd threw a wall up.
I mean, does it surprise you, Todd throwing walls? Come on, that's his thing.
No,
He-
this is me explaining
Yeah.
the typical Todd
This
behavior.
is just Todd playing Mayo over and over again. Just let me throw up some walls and fuck my
Walls
teammates
up,
over.
It's true.
That's what he
It's
does.
true.
That's what he does.
is.
Todd won't let us in. He just put, he got these big walls up.
So like you know how like people build like crazy. The only move I do when I build is throw up the flat wall. That's it. And I keep on just.
Yeah, but that work. Listen, you'll
It
get
does work,
you.
though.
Yeah, it does. You can get better over time. If you have the Builder Pro on, I forget what the buttons are
I do. I have
off the top of my head, but like all you have to do is like basically quickly rotate the stick in like a circular motion and do like I think it might be like A right trigger B, and you'll put up like basically like a triangle. So like, and it's very easy to like save yourself for a lot longer if you're just like backing up and doing that, because they won't be able to break it. If there's 3 people on you, 2 people on you, maybe, but unless they start building above you, because I can't do what the kids call crank a 90. I can't do that, which is, I believe cranking at 90 is doing what I'm doing, but the other way. So you're building up, so you have like a height advantage on top of protecting yourself. But I can't do that. I'm not quick enough. I think that's probably, you could probably pull it off with a controller, but it's probably a lot easier to do if you're playing on PC and you can just quickly like tap the controls and flick your mouse around. But anyways, rounding us out on this lovely Saturday evening is the Disney Daddy, Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. You're the only one who actually answered the question, so I appreciate your attentiveness to the question at hand.
Hey, I just gave you 10 minutes of content from my fucking response, so
That's
you know.
true.
But did anyone want that content though? Like, let's be honest. Like, did anyone actually want that? Who knows? Who's to say? Who's to say? Sound it out from the comments. Leave us a little comment on YouTube on the VOD if you enjoyed Todd's.
The content Epic wants.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in their pocket.
That's what that exact. Listen, Todd's a walking piggy bank. So whatever game can fucking get its teeth into him. Listen out there, big game company TM. All you gotta do is listen to the show and listen to what Todd wants. And if you give him that, he will be an endless source of income for you. It's that simple.
Right. Goddamn right.
And oddly enough, we'll get to something that maybe you can help take money from Todd from later in the show. Later in the show, we'll see. Who's to say? A couple of housekeeping things before we roll into tonight's show. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday evening, and you want yourself something delicious, something sweet, something hot and fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. But if you're like me, and you still don't want to leave the house, and you're still avoiding people at every cost, or you just want to fucking hang inside and not get out of your house, you can order, if you're in range, a drop from them, and they'll bring you the same fresh, hot, delicious cookies right to your door that you could have got if you went down to 1 Washington Square. And if you also want to start your Sunday morning off right the way I do quite often, you can get yourself a nice, warm, chubby out of the oven. And if you don't know what a chubby is, check them out on social media at Good Morning Chubby, or at Goodnight Fatty, and educate yourself on these tasty treats. And if you do head on down, let them know Pass the Controller sent you. A couple other housekeeping things. This month's PTC Movie Club, I apologize, has been delayed in being revealed to you, but we're doing something a little different, at least for my pick. We've done this a few times with Todd's pick, but never during the show. I have a poll up currently on my Twitter, and has 8 minutes left. And currently, the 4 movies in the poll are 8th Grade, Lady Bird, Moonlight, and John Wick, which I believe are the same 4 movies I brought up last week. And John Wick is leading that fucking charge. So it looks like, we'll find out in 8 minutes, but it looks like John Wick is going to be the movie we watch for August, which, I'm not going to lie, out of these 4, was not where I was hoping this was going to go. But here we are.
Now you're gonna have a new favorite franchise too.
Maybe we'll throw an audible. Maybe we'll do an opposite day when 8 minutes is up and we do the lowest picked one. Who's to say?
Well, don't do that.
Or maybe I pull an audible and remove John Wick from the thing and we do the second most picked. We'll see. Maybe we have
some. How are you gonna take that away from the audience? Like,
because here's what I'm thinking. But, all right, here's what we can decide. I don't think this is gonna get a surge in votes and it's gonna flip in the next 7 minutes. So here's what I'll pose to the 3 of you. Do we remove John Wick and use John Wick at some other point to do a John Wick in review and talk about all 3 movies leading up to John Wick 4?
No, you're picking John Wick and you're sticking with it.
I mean, that's fine if that's what we want to do. I just feel like the 3 of you love John Wick. There are people out there clearly that love John Wick. It's crushing this poll right now, leading 55%. The next closest is 18%. So I feel like if we were to set out some time at some point to rewatch all 3 films and talk about them leading up to John Wick 4, I feel like that'd be a nice little nice little thing for the fans, things that people might want.
I just think it's funny that Brendan said rewatch the 3 films as if he's watched
Any of them?
a minute of any of them.
That's true. Well, I guess we'll just let the people decide, and if it's John Wick, we'll do John Wick, and then maybe down the line we'll do an episode on 2 and an episode on 3, leading up to 4. Who's to say?
Do we have a guest movie for this month?
We do not, and I didn't do that this month because it seemed to be a struggle to get everyone to watch 2 movies, and Todd also didn't show up. So
Yeah, why didn't I
That
show
is
up that
true.
week though? I had something going on.
we can potentially revisit the double movie take, unless you want to get wacky and say,
There was a reason. I think Todd was busy the day.
yeah, something definitely came up. But I also
Maybe
know
the-
that Todd
He
didn't
was
watch.
probably watching the movies.
Todd did
Maybe
not
the
watch the
double-
anime movie.
I
Maybe
watched
the
Black Dynamite. Yeah.
but maybe the double movie for this month should be John Wick and John Wick 2.
Well, I feel like if we're gonna do that, do we just do a triple take, and we just do all 3
maybe
movies?
A triple.
I mean,
that's easy for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it.
I was sort of watching the third one upstairs, like before this started anyway. It was
All
on
right.
TV.
So then, if John Wick wins this poll right now, the PTC Movie Club will just be the John Wick trilogy. But it's not even a trilogy at this point, because
It is a
I mean,
trilogy.
it is a
at this point.
trilogy.
yeah, but they're making a 4th
Because
movie. Doesn't that make it a
they're making- it's not-
quadrilogy?
But it's not out yet. So as far as the story's concerned, as it currently stands, it's a trilogy.
See, I don't know about that. Like,
I can't believe you're
It's
about
gonna be a
to watch.
saga.
yeah, saga. It's gonna be the fucking the J Dub saga. I can't wait for the new J Dub. I can't wait for J Dub 9 when the Rock's there. I can't wait. I will say this. I honestly know fucking nothing about John Wick. I know one thing about John Wick. I don't know. Someone kills his dog and he gets mad. Is the whole story just a revenge movie about someone killed his dog? I don't know. It could be that, and I have no idea.
Well,
We'll
let
see.
Brian find
No,
out.
Todd, we'll
Let's-
see.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything about John Wick.
And it's like it's very good at world building, which doesn't seem like a movie that should be good at that. And like you kind of get invested in like everyone who's part of this world, basically. Yeah. I don't want to go too far into it, but they do a pretty good job of getting you into like the world of where John Wick is from.
Yeah. Well, we're pulling the
It's a-
audible.
it's It's a series that they're supposed to make a television show called The Continental that's
Yeah.
based in the John Wick universe, and so like I'm already thinking ahead to how like that show's gonna be. Let's say the show's gonna be so good, but then you get to the movies and be like, oh, I guess the show isn't canon anymore because like they start contradicting like really cool world building stuff that they do within the show. This
Or
hasn't
maybe-
happened
maybe
yet. I'm just
is
thinking
this-
like
is the
that's
show
what's going to
Like
happen.
before John Wick, though.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Who's to say? We shall see. But it looks like, I mean, we got a couple minutes left, and I don't see this changing drastically. So, are we committed to watching all 3 John Wick films in August?
I can do
In
it.
August, I mean, it gives us 2 weeks to watch 3 movies, right?
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Yeah, you say you all say this now,
I mean, I've seen
but
one
then
and two, like,
but then in
2
2
times,
weeks,
but, like,
when
can't
I
wait to
text
watch
everybody
another
on Wednesday and I'm like, hey, don't forget it's movie week, and everyone's like, all right, I'm gonna try to squeeze this in, like the minute.
But in our defense, or not even.
To be fair, you've all watched the movies before.
We've all seen them.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Several
we're
times.
just rewatching it.
But
to be fair.
yeah, but I just want, like, I think especially if we're gonna do all 3 and really fucking tackle this, I think, you know, again, you're half watching it, you got it on while you're doing something else, that's fine. Obviously, again, you've seen these movies before, but like, let's come to the table with it. Like, let's come with it, and maybe I'll find 1 or 2 good John Wick guests to bring on. Maybe we can get Keanu. Who's to say? I doubt it, but
I'm
maybe.
gonna see if I can get.
Local legend.
Straight
Straight out of the
yeah,
hop?
we could get Manzukis. We can try and get Manzukis. Oh, you know what I watched recently? I forgot he was in it.
What?
I forgot he was in it. Infinite. I did watch Infinite this past week. The Mark Wahlberg movie that's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You
Oh, I
kept
was right.
you kept saying Infinite, Mike, and I was like, is he saying Invincible wrong? I'm so confused.
I mean, he's also in that.
That's
too, so
why
I
that's why
get really
I was confused. Yeah.
But no,
when you
I
said
watched
Infinite,
Infinite.
I was thinking that the Bradley Cooper movie.
Oh, Limitless.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean,
can see- I
to
can
be
see
fair,
in your head, you can connect those 2 words and
Yeah.
think that they're
Yeah.
the same movie.
yeah. They're synonyms. Are the movies synonyms? I don't know. I've never seen either of them.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I forgot he was in. I was like, oh yeah, Manzukas, you're here. I can see you guys covering this on How Did This Get Made.
So there we are. I mean, there's a minute left. Again, it's a minute left. I don't see this drastically changing. I'll double check in a minute, but it looks like we're locking in John Wick is the John Wick Elegy is the pick for this month. I apologize to those listening that want to take part in this. I understand for some of you, for many of you, potentially watching 3 movies in 2 weeks might not be ideal. I would say bookmark that episode and don't listen to it and skip it. And, we'll come back. You can come back to it when you've reached that point. I understand it's the 14th right now as we're recording this. So, anyways, how long are these movies? Are they like 3-hour movies, 2-hour movies?
No, super quick. They're like hour and a half each one. I feel.
Okay,
like.
yeah.
2 hours. I feel like the first one's like an hour and like a half.
So we're locking it in. I will.
You know what else is? Yeah, go ahead. Say your thing because my thing's stupid.
Well, I just want to say, like, these other 3 movies, I do probably want to watch at some point. Do any of you think that you would pick these other 3 movies at any point? Because I'll wait if that's the case. If not, I'll probably end up watching these at some point soon.
I think only because 8th grade is on like my actual backlog list that at some point I might say, oh, let me pick this movie. But there's also a chance I would just watch it on my own. It would go either way. But
okay.
If there's a movie
Who's next pick? Dom? Is Dom next? Are we back to Dom? Yeah,
I believe, yes. I believe it goes you, Mike, me, Dom is the order. I'd have to look at the last couple months, but I'm pretty sure that's the order. The last movie was Black Dynamite, which is Mike's pick, and you picked
and the movie before that
was
Nice Guys.
Yes, Nice Guys. So yeah, Dom is next. Damn, so close, Dom, to getting that October pick. I know you wanted to do something.
We did Haunted Mansion already.
I thought there was another quote unquote scary one that you wanted to do, or maybe I guess it was Haunted Mansion. I don't know. I don't know what movies are in your rotation, your docket here.
I suppose there's another one I can pick.
I mean, who's to say? We'll get there. We'll get there in a couple weeks. We'll see in a couple weeks. But I don't want to. We've spent a lot of time talking about sort of nothing. But there you have it, John Wick, the trilogy. Enjoy. You're all gonna finally get me to watch John fucking Wick. Congratulations.
I can tell how excited Brenden is that he's been like, yeah, maybe in a minute, maybe things will change. Maybe in 5 minutes, maybe things will change. Who knows?
Maybe I'll put up a new poll and not include John Wick.
Is that Brennan's gonna watch all these movies
and love them?
Be like, eh.
Yeah.
John Wick's the best anime I've ever watched. So like that's like top tier anime.
Oh, Mike, I need your rebuttal on this.
Oh no! It just reminded me what I was gonna say before. I started watching the last Evangelion movie, and that shit's 2.5 hours long.
Mike, are you in my fucking brain tonight? You have set up. You've come before all of the segues tonight, and Todd just set up the segue perfectly without me even having to fucking make some bullshit up. Todd said John Wick was the most anime thing he's ever watched, or whatever he fucking said, and I was going. The next thing out of my mouth was, "We're gonna cut to Mike's in a minute because it's been so long." And I was going to ask you about the new Evangelion movie and what else you've been watching. So I hit us with the Evangelion movie, Mike.
Oh, I didn't finish it yet because it's 2.5 hours long. I watched the first hour last night, and that shit was slow.
Is it good?
My mistake was I was going to watch the first 3 first because I don't remember what happened. And then the 13th rolled around, and I was just like, let me just watch it and see what I can make of it. And I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's good because that first hour, Shinji is just like he's like peak emo Shinji.
Okay.
And it was just like a pain to deal with. And I started watching it again. I think I'm maybe an hour and a half into it now, and like things have picked up. But what I forgot about Evangelion is that on top of just being I don't want to say a mess, but they keep throwing all these terms out that just sound cool, but I don't know what any of them mean.
Like just
they've
made up shit, or
they've like things that I think they saw like in religious texts that just they thought sound cool and like use it as terminology for things within the story. Like they've opened the doors of Guff. They've the wings of just like I don't. You guys are saying it as if it's bad, and I believe you, but I don't. Am I supposed to follow along? Am I supposed to be aware of these things?
Listen,
You know what sucks?
Do I
for
know what
anime
these
for me?
things mean?
Is for me, like I actually was really starting to get into some, and I do think there's some like cool stuff that I would really dig. They're just such big commitments to get into any of these fucking shows. There's like so many episodes, or there's like
It depends on what
it's
series
tough.
you pick
Like
up.
yeah, all the stuff I chose were like shit.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Attack on Titans, and then what's it called? Full Metal Alchemist
Full Metal
Brotherhood.
Alchemist, yeah.
Yeah, it's like all this other stuff, and I'm just like, I barely watch movies or TV because I'm playing video games so much that like I can't dive into like a 70 episode show.
you gotta
One
have
Piece is a
Todd.
better way.
Yeah,
What is it?
you gotta have
Don't worry about Dom.
you gotta have Mike curate you like shorter good animes.
Well, I mean, I think Todd could get away with like just the first season of One Punch Man. I think that was
I've watched the first season of One Punch Man.
okay.
I
well, there
would
you
like
go.
to watch more, but yeah.
Second season's kind of second season is I like
Is
the
the second season when
story.
he's like training that like robot dude guy or whatever? Or...
Nah,
that
that
the
was
first
still in the
season?
first season.
That's in the first
second season is when he enters a martial arts tournament.
Oh really? That sounds great.
Yeah. But I know people have their problems with the second season. I like the story that they're telling because it, besides Saitama joining a martial arts tournament, there's like a B plot, so to speak, of like a guy who wants to be the #1 villain, which is actually kind of entertaining to watch. Yeah. So One Punch Man, you've already done that.
I mean, you don't have to do it on the spot right now if you can't
Yeah,
pull
I'm doing
things
the
out.
spot. I liked Megalobox. You might like Megalobox. It's like a story about some future where boxing is done. What was the actual plot of that? Because like it's basically a story about boxing, and everyone has like these cybernetic enhancements. It's about like this one guy who does boxing, and his either
Oh, so
he
it's
doesn't.
real steel? Is that what you're talking about?
It's basically Real Steel. Well, Real Steel is really Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Let's be honest with ourselves.
No,
It's
it's
not the
it's The Fighter, starring I forget who's in that movie actually. Is it Mark Wahlberg? Who plays
He's in it
the
still.
boxer though?
What's his name? The fucking Batman.
Christian Bale?
Yeah, I always
Christian
forget his name.
Bale is the brother.
Brother. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
who
Mark
who
Wahlberg plays the brother. Mark Wahlberg plays the boxer. Right?
I don't remember. Who's
In his
who's the love interest? Is it
Amy Adams, I think.
Amy Adams or is it Borat's wife? I can't remember. I always confuse the two of them.
It's Amy Adams.
Isla Fisher.
Yeah, Isla Fisher. Yeah.
I think it's Amy Adams too.
Not Rachel McAdams.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is a whole. Jen, what's that SNL sketch with the actors' names?
Dylan McDermott or
Yes.
or,
Yes. Or Dermot Mulrooney.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking good sketch. Oh my god, it's so good. Dermot. It's even better that it's like Bill Hader hosting the sketch too, because just the way he delivers it, it's so fucking funny. Oh my god, that's a great
Go
sketch.
completely off tangent, but I also love the "What's My Name" sketch, where I think it was like Justin Timberlake and Lady Gaga, I think, and then like Bill Hader would be like, he'd bring out this girl. She's like, "Oh, Lady Gaga, I was in your concert. I was in like the 5th row," and Lady Gaga would be like, "Oh, that you're so and so. Your mother, how's she doing? Blah 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 blah." And then Bill Hader would bring out.
I'm the fifth member of NSYNC.
What's my name?
I'm not you, Joey Fatone.
What's my name?
It was Chris
Chris
Kirkpatrick.
Kirkpatrick. Yeah, it was Chris Kirkpatrick. The funny thing about that sketch just now to me is that I couldn't remember if it was actually Chris Kirkpatrick or if it was Taron Killam playing.
Whatever happened to him?
He
He got his own show, didn't he? And then I don't know if he still has that show.
I don't know if he still has that show. I feel like I saw him in something recently, but that doesn't mean anything. It could be like an old thing that he happened to be in.
We're going down a fucking horrible rabbit hole here because I'm about to break it off even more. Have any of you watched the Keenan show?
No.
I like Keenan. Like, I like Keenan a lot. I've watched like
I like
a
Keenan.
random episode here or there, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this show is supposed to be.
It looks like it's a multicam sitcom, right? It's got like a laugh track and all that stuff. Is that what it is?
I don't remember if it has a laugh track, but Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it is like supposed to be like a family comedy.
Yeah, I don't think I could bring myself to watch something like that.
I think that was on basic cable though. I feel like you had to be part of a streaming service to watch that show.
No, I'm
I
pretty
know
sure
I
it's on after SNL, or it's on
Oh, it is?
NBC.
Okay.
I think it's an NBC show.
I think it was a
Is
Lorne
it?
Michaels producing, and Lorne Michaels.
Oh,
I think he's just trying to
okay.
do anything to get like Keenan going once he leaves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
so
is Keenan
Keenan's
gonna
in there,
ever
like-
fucking leave? He's the longest cast member
know,
ever.
but
At this
he's
point,
going.
at this point, if I'm Keenan, unless I get like a crazy opportunity, like I'm probably just gonna rock it out and be the longest cast member of all time, and
maybe
never
he's
have
smart
that.
sticking around there.
What about a new Home Alone movie called
That's true.
Home Sweet Home Alone, featuring Kenan Thompson and Chris Parnell?
Is this a real
I
thing
didn't know
that's
they had-
happening?
I didn't know people were cast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
That's
wait, are they-
that's kind of what I'd like to see for Keenan. I'd like to see Keenan get more like movie roles if that's what he wanted, and still do SNL, because I feel like I don't know if the three of you like still regularly watch SNL, but like I will watch it every week normally, because like there's still some funny stuff there. Like I know some people don't like the cast or whatever, but like I still find, I think usually week to week, enough nuggets in there that I find actually funny. And I like Weekend Update. I think Weekend Update is always solid. It's like my favorite. I don't know. I think Colin and Shay have a good chemistry together, and it's very funny to watch the two of them kind of riff off each other a little bit. But yeah, I mean, unless Keenan like isn't interested in doing that shit, I think it would be cool for Keenan to kind of like run that shit. Because if a sketch, I feel like they must have it in a way where it's like, if the sketch is bombing, just have like Keenan fucking walk in and like look at the camera. I feel like that's like the thing he does, and people fucking laugh. I don't know. It's great. I love Keenan. Anyways, I don't know how we got to this point. I don't know what we were talking about before. I've completely lost the thread for how we got here. Mike's in a minute. Evangelion. What else are you watching, Mike, for anime? And then we'll move on because we're taking a long time.
What else am I watching? Did I start anything else? Oh, I did watch an episode of Shaman King, but I have to get back to that. And
What's hot in the anime streets right now, Mike? What do people need to be paying attention to?
I don't know. I'm not hip anymore. I'm out of it. Every once in a while, like I'll have things that I say, oh, I'm going to watch this. I finished reading Chainsaw Man, I guess.
I mean, Mike, the three of us don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you are the anime senpai.
Yeah, I know you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm throwing that out there. Someone listening might be like, oh, he finished Chainsaw Man. Good for him. That's all.
Okay.
But,
All right. For one of your picks, for your next pick, Mike, you should just throw like End of Evangelion or something in there, just to see kind of what it does to everyone.
I thought about, like, when I started this movie, when I started Rebuilds 3.0 plus 1.0, fucking Thrice Upon a Time, which is the actual title of the film.
Bring it back.
I'm not making a joke. It is Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. I thought to myself, boy, wouldn't it be wild if I just picked this movie as my pick?
I mean, you can.
It was one thing when I picked the fourth or fifth
Mission Impossible
movie, because even though it's a franchise, like, it was pretty standalone. This movie, like, even with the very brief recap at the beginning, you would watch it and go, I don't know what's happening.
I hope it ends with everyone clapping. I hope that's how it ends.
But not with their hands.
Anyways, that's been Mike's Anna 15 minutes. Before we move on, I do want to mention three of the movies in my potential picks this week that didn't get picked were all A23 movies. Is fucking Stupid Scary Movie also an A23 movie? The one you picked?
A24?
Yeah, Hereditary.
Did I say A23?
You did.
Yeah, I meant A24. Yeah, Hereditary. Is that an A24 movie?
Yeah.
So,
Those are
like,
the stuff that-
do they just
they
make
don't
good
promote
movies?
Yeah, they're more into like the cinematography, art house movies. Like I think I sent you guys a trailer for Sheep, whatever that new movie coming out. But
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, their movies are out there.
Sheep looks like it's gonna be fucking weird.
Yeah, Todd sent it. I opened it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Whatever the fuck this is.
It just looks weird. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it. Maybe I'll break my trend and
No,
pick
Remember that
Sheep.
movie,
don't do that.
Remember that movie Black Sheep? I think that was what it was called.
With Tommy not
No.
Tommy,
With Chris Farley.
No. With Chris Farley
it
and
was
David
because
Spade.
it was
It was
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
go ahead.
Should we do? Listen, if we hit like, I have to restructure like the Patreon or something. If we hit like a certain subscription thing on Patreon, I'm gonna make up some goals. We should like put some things on there. Like we'll do the Spade Farley universe and review or something. We'll watch like all those fucking Tommy Boy. I don't think any of them are interconnected, but I feel like they just play the same characters across those films.
They're so
It's
good.
just like Adam Sandler. There was a point where just SNL actors would just do movies where they played.
So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll
they played in their
restructure.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the Patreon tiers should be you get a
Pick.
card. You get a card that gets to override one of our movie picks.
Listen, we can get wacky. We can do some things. We should off the air. We should kind of look through some of this stuff and figure out some good content to create for the people out there that want to ingest it.
Anyways, Mike, Black Sheep.
Yes.
There was I don't know if it was a horror film. I think it was a horror film where it was. I think
Oh, are
on
you thinking
New
of Cry
Zealand.
Wolf?
You know, I didn't watch that movie with you guys, right? I want to stress that enough. I know we made jokes about Bon Jovi a lot, but I did not watch that movie.
You know what? I don't watch a lot of TV, but the past few times that I've been watching stuff like the last couple weeks, I keep seeing commercials for Candyman, and I'm fucking good. Like, I don't need to see commercials for this shit. Like, please stop showing me commercials for this.
What's his name? The guy who did Get Out. He was like a producer on that and everything.
Wait, I thought that was
we
Chris
had-
Rock's movie.
What?
Oh, did Chris Rock do the
Viral?
Saw?
He did the new-
Oh,
he did the
yeah.
new Saw,
Okay, yeah.
It was in Spiral.
I was a
Anyway,
huge
think
fan
it
of the
was-
original Candyman, so it's like I'm always down for more.
Yeah, people were super down for Candyman. I'm not like into the property at all.
Nah, I'm good. I'm all
People were
set.
jazzed about it. Anyway, I think it was a horror film set in New Zealand with zombie sheep. I believe that is.
It does
what-
sound familiar.
I know. Yeah, I have an idea of what you're talking about.
It does sound familiar.
I don't know why we're doing all these other animals at this point. We have the source material, like bats. Just there you go.
It was called Black Sheep. Yeah, you're right.
It was called Black Sheep.
Yep.
With
Interesting.
Chris Farley and David Spade.
Yes.
Yeah, they were also there.
We're gonna just hard pivot. We're not even gonna segue. We're just gonna move on from all of this stuff we've been talking about and get into this past week. There were a couple things going on in the video game world. One of those being the Indie World Direct. Did any of you guys have a chance to watch it or pick up some highlights or not? Or
I did watch it, but as I told Dom, the day after I watched it, I don't remember anything I saw.
That's not true. That's not true. You do
that's-
remember Jet
yeah.
Set Radio.
I remember the thing that was not Jet Set Radio, but it.
I meant to pull up
don't-
that developer and see, like,
if they had any connection to
yeah,
the original
because
game.
that game looks fantastic, but it literally just looks like it's a Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio game.
They're like, fuck it. No one else is gonna make another game like this.
Which
Might
is
as well.
fine. Like, I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Like, it looks awesome. I gotta pull up a full list of all the titles because I have some highlights, but I need to pull up.
Yeah, nothing really like. There was one game that looked really good. I forget what it's called.
Wait, I'm actually shocked that no one is like fucking pumped about some of these games. I feel like there was a lot of
There
cool
was
shit.
one game that looked good. Boyfriend Dungeon I started playing is kind of like whatever.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
It's on
I've
Game
heard-
Pass.
It's
right?
on Game Pass. Yes.
The gameplay is nothing crazy though. Like I think that's what I'm having the issue with itself. is
Gotcha.
that It just doesn't feel tight.
The
I've
the
heard
Jets.
that it's not as good as people were hoping, but I will have to play that for myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna. My plan was to check it out this weekend. Sunday's fast approaching, and I haven't done it yet. I downloaded it on Xbox, but I haven't played it yet. But that Jet Grind Radio looking game is called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and it looks fucking great. So I'm excited for that. I am super excited that more people are going to be able to play Tetris Effect Connected, because that's like by far one of the best Tetris games of all time, in my opinion. So for that to have a new home on the Switch is great. So at this point, I mean, I don't know if it's on like Stadia or like Amazon fucking Luna or whatever. I don't know if it's on like those platforms, but at this point now, with it coming to Switch, it's on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Oculus. I'm sure it's on PC in some form. I don't know if it's on Steam or elsewhere, but I'm sure it's somewhere on PC. So it'll be available pretty much wherever you can play games, and that's very exciting for a lot of people.
Loop Hero was something I'm excited to say I can finally play it.
I thought of you when it got shown, because I was like, oh shit, like I feel like this is a game Todd wanted to check out and didn't have that opportunity because he doesn't play stuff on his PC, or doesn't really have a PC. I think that's a perfect Switch game, which is I've been hoping that game was going to come to Switch, which is why I haven't bought it on PC, because I was like, this is a game I want to lay in bed at night and kind of just like fucking zone out and just play this game, because I feel like that's a perfect like late night, just fucking laying in bed chilling game. Toem is coming out later this fall, and it's coming to Switch, which I believe was a new announcement. I think initially it was just announced for PC, but this is just a cool like chilled out photo game that has really cool black and white art style. I'm really interested in that.
Pocket Dungeon,
which I know I played it at I played it at PAX East last year. I don't know if anyone else did.
I knew that looked familiar. I remember seeing it, I'm like, this game didn't come out already? Because I remembered you playing it. But I guess that was the PAX right before the pandemic, so I guess shit just kind of went on pause between then and now.
Yeah. That if I remember correctly, I think I had my appointment to play that on Sunday morning, Mike, and I think we were I'm pretty sure I woke up very tired and had to run down to do my early appointment, and you were like, fuck it, I'm staying in bed. And maybe you showed up later. I feel like you took pictures of it behind me.
I took pictures of it, but I mean, me staying in bed for several hours does not surprise me.
No, you definitely took pictures of me playing it, now that I'm thinking of it, because I wouldn't have those pictures otherwise. You were definitely behind me, but I think you showed up a little bit later.
I actually think it would be more surprising if you told me that, yeah, we had an early morning appointment and Mike showed up.
Yeah.
Mike wasn't that late. He was definitely behind me. He wasn't supposed to. He didn't want to play it, but he definitely was there at some point.
When we were in Disney, I don't think we saw Mike before like 11 noon.
Yeah.
Listen,
dude, the rides would be there. Like
even at Disney. Damn.
Even in Disney, yes.
I'd be up at like 6 a.m. Be like, where are we going?
Listen, Mike.
Even in Disney,
Mike. We're at fucking PAX. Like, if Mike doesn't have his own specific appointment, Mike, do your thing. Fucking sleep. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't fault him. I'm just using Disney as the example, because I feel like, all right, we're in Florida. We're here on vacation
every night, partying with our principal. Like, I couldn't be bothered to be waking up at 8 a.m. to go stand in line.
Remember when I literally got text from the principal?
Yeah, it was great.
And I don't even know how he got my phone number.
He'd call Mario. That's all I got for that guy.
Why was he calling?
I never understand, because Mike, you sound like Amanda, and Amanda like always wants to sleep till like 11. Like, I'm the motherfucking one smoking weed and drinking beers all night, and I'm up at like 6 a.m. wide awake, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Here's the thing: if I drink too much, I wake up super early and I'm wide awake, and I don't like that shit.
Fucking party by nature over here.
I haven't slept the perfect skies in probably about 3 years.
We should bring back Natalie and Brulio.
You guys are all wild, but yes, to bring it back to the point.
Cover.
Is it really?
It is a cover.
The Canadian group, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. But Pocket Dungeon is fantastic. I like seeing the Yacht Club team, like, kind of. For people who've been listening to us for a long time, you probably already know this, but people who maybe have come in later in the line and haven't gone back and listened to, older stuff, our first guest on the show ever, very, very early in the show's life, was Yacht Club. Two of the higher up developers that kind of started Yacht Club were guests on the show. It was a wild episode. Like, if you're gonna go back and listen to any old episode, like, that's a great episode to listen to for a lot of reasons. I think it's a really good conversation. A lot of funny things happen. There's a weird thing that happens in the middle of the episode that, at the time, I was like, this was definitely their way of saying, like, get the fuck out of here. But no, it turned into like it's almost like a 2-hour episode, I think. But anyways,
If you listen to that episode, you will also know that they were planning on taking Shovel Knight into different directions.
Yep.
One of them being Pocket Dungeon.
Yep. And that's kind of where the point I was trying to get to is like, I'm happy to see them kind of coming around on that goal, which was like, we still want to do the rest of the Treasure Trove games in that thing, but also kind of expand what Shovel Knight can be and like make. Basically, they want to make Shovel Knight their thing that can be like their Mario, that they can put in other games and do other stuff. And I mean, if you are familiar with Shovel Knight, you'll see that he pops up in a lot of other games. He's in Smash Brothers. I think he might be in Brawlhalla. Like he pops up in other games and stuff like that. So to see them take the Shovel Knight universe and kind of jam it into a very different genre, like if you don't care about Shovel Knight, cool. But if you like puzzle games, I think this is a puzzle game that you should definitely check out because I really enjoyed it. It has really good music, all of Shovel Knight does. But what I thought was interesting about this when I played it was it is not a rhythm game. Like the music doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay. But I felt like when I got into the groove of the music while I was playing it, it made me play the puzzling part of it a lot better. And it was just like a good flow. Like it was a good when you just hit that stream of good gameplay and kind of being in the zone. But I really enjoyed it. I like puzzle games, so I'm super excited about this. If you don't like puzzle games, probably a game to skip. But I'm very much looking forward to that. Axiom Verge.
One more.
Axiom Verge 2, Verge. Which the other thing I'll point out, like 7 of these games or so, or something like that, were all games that were available today, which is like kind of wild.
Yeah, available same day.
Yeah. Which Axiom Verge 2 was one of those, and that's a game that I probably won't get to it right away, but that's something that I'm kind of excited about. I never played the first one, but
I need to beat the first one still, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I believe that 2 is a prequel.
So, friend of the program, Jesse Vitelli over at Prima Games, he had said, because I had asked him, because I know he has played through both games, he had said that you don't really need to play the first one to play the second one. Part of that is because the stories can kind of stand alone on their own. So I think if you wanted to play 2, you'd be fine just starting with 2. You obviously would get more out of it potentially if you played the other one first. But I think Dom's right. I think Dom is right. I think it is a prequel. So I think you play as a different character altogether. So, but yeah, that's kind of big. I think there was one other thing before the Metal Slug Tactics game, which isn't a new reveal. I'm fucking cannot wait for that game because I like tactics games and I love Metal Slug. Garden Story, which another one that dropped then. I played that at PAX last year as well, and I really liked what I played. So that'll be something that finds its way into my Switch very soon. And then the last thing was Eastward, which again, not a new reveal.
Yeah.
But that's what they ended on, and that got a release date of September 16th. Like that game, just based on what we saw before and what the trailer was this time, like this is a type of game where if it is as good as it looks, could potentially find its way onto like my best games of the year because this looks amazing. So I'm really, really excited about that. Has a great art style, adventure RPG. It's from the people that did Stardew Valley, so it has some good developers behind it. So I'm kind of excited for that one. Not gonna lie.
I'd just like to do a weekly check. You had mentioned games of the year, Mike. Where are we at your game of the year so far?
Yeah, Mike, this is good.
It's
good
still
point.
currently Space Jam: A New Legacy.
All right. Okay.
We'll see if things change, but I believe that is the case.
Just want to make sure.
Has everyone watched the movie?
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say I'm gonna pull an audible and just make that my pick, but I'm not gonna do that.
Don't. You don't want to put yourself through that.
So I was listening to another podcast. I forget what it was. Last week.
Space Jam wasn't the worst movie I've ever watched.
I'm gonna watch it at some point. Yeah, I mean,
I don't even know if it's the worst movie I've watched this year.
Interesting.
I mean, if you're gonna try and watch it on HBO Max, I think that.
I mean, we did watch Haunted Mansion.
It's not closed.
We watched Haunted Mansion this year, so yes, I would say that's a.
I mean, new movie. I've watched this year.
All right, fair enough. I forget what show I was listening to last week, but they were talking about Space Jam.
Haunted Mansion is Cinema Gold.
They were talking about Haunted Mansion, like in like a kind of make funny way for a bit, but then they got like briefly a little serious and talked about it in a more like this movie's actually not that bad. And as they were talking about it, I was like, fuck, like I'll probably watch this at some point just to kind of like whatever, do it. But
I don't think you can convince me on justifying.
I'm
it
so mad because they had said that there is an Austin Powers scene, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like now this is immediate. I need to watch it. I looked up what the Austin Powers scene is, and I'm so frustrated with what it is. It's very short.
What is it? I forget.
It's
I don't
very
even
short.
remember what it is.
It's very short, and it's literally just a scene from Austin Powers, but like they have like I don't know someone
Elmer Fudd thing.
Yes, they have like a mini me come in.
Oh,
that's
right.
a Looney Tune. I forget
Yeah.
the scene, but I was so disappointed because I was like, they fucking filmed like Mike Myers came in here and filmed the fucking quick Austin Powers scene. I was so excited.
No.
Listen, if we restructure the goals, we need to have an Austin Powers in review. Like I need that. I rewatched the first Austin Powers at some point last year,
good.
and maybe there's some questionable jokes in it, but it still holds up as like a very good, funny movie. And I so badly wish Mike Myers would fucking make a new movie in that, even just reboot it. I don't fucking care.
He's gone dark. He's gone dark for a while
now. No, he did Wayne's World stuff last year.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Oh yeah, those Uber Eats commercials.
Oh yeah, that was a real cheeky thing because they had kind of teased that it seemed like maybe there was going to be like a Wayne's World something at the Super Bowl, and then it turned out to be Uber Eats commercial, and I was a little salty about that. I'm not gonna lie. Not that I'm like a big Wayne's World stan, but I'm like, if Wayne's World is getting a second chance, like Austin Powers can't be far behind. Those movies had to have done well for their time. They had to have done well.
Huge.
We got 3 of them.
Yeah.
They were all huge. Yeah.
Beyonce was a big star too when she was in the third movie, right?
He was
It
up
was-
and coming at that point, I think.
Yeah.
Coming, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that.
I completely forgot
her first big feature film, unless Lady Killers came up before that, but I don't think it did.
She had a song for Goldmember, right?
Yes.
Yep. So you gotta work it out. You gotta work it out.
That was the song.
That's basically how the song. That was basically how the song went. Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Interesting.
that
I was
I don't-
really into Beyonce at the time. Like
I do recall that.
I
do recall that.
This is again like this is a really good segue episode because this is just naturally gonna segue, and I could have just done it without doing this and ruining the segue, but I only did it this way because I wanted to, before we move on to the final part of the show. Does anyone have anything else they want to say about Indie World, or are we moving on?
If that's moving on, then I'm moving out.
Moving out.
No, but we should reach out to Yacht Club and have them back on.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we definitely should.
Moving on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna find Jason
Mantzoukas.
Fuck it. Get fucking Jason Sudeikis on here too. Let's do a Ted Lasso review. Fucking love that show. Show's so good. If any of you aren't watching that yet, you gotta fucking do it. You gotta.
Is it like about positivity? Because I fucking hate shit that's like positive.
Has anyone watched it or no?
Yeah, I just want to be upset. I just want to be cranky.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil
fucking
anything, but
gleeful attitude.
Ted Lasso it makes you think it is something, but then there's like it gets much deeper than you might think it does, and in a really good way. It's a fucking great show. It's like a really good show. Damn it, someone else needs to watch it because I need to like pick your brain about some of the things here. But anyways, Ted Lasso is a great show. So the last thing I wanted to get to and why that was a good segue is because quickly, Kale in the chat said, does it get better because I've only watched the first episode? I think that the show gets a lot better as it goes because, yes, it keeps the focus of like the sports story that it's telling with this guy from the Midwest, football coach, becomes a soccer coach, blah, blah, blah. Like it keeps all of those beats and like builds on them in interesting ways. But then when it kind of gets more into some other non-soccer related elements, there's like other layers to the show that I really enjoy that are what make the show like that much better. And I feel like if you don't care about the sports elements enough, when you get to that stuff, the show becomes very worth it for people who maybe don't care about the sports parts of it or for whatever part's not clicking with you. I have to rewatch the first episode because I don't know how slow it is. But anyways, So that segue was about Austin Powers, and the last thing I wanted to end on was, what the fuck's going on with Fortnite lately? We got Ariana Grande concert in there. We didn't talk about Ariana Grande last week, right? We did not. I'm not rehashing this. I don't think we did. So we got Ariana Grande concert in there. We got, the current level of things that are in the event with, Marvel stuff. We got Free Guy in there right now. We got
Gugemon.
I guess Gugemon too. What's the next thing? Like, we got Superman right now. Like, we got Rick and Morty in there. What is like the next thing that would get you guys excited? Whether it's like some crossover, something unique to the game, another concert, some real life element coming into play here. Like, what would be the next thing? And the reason that was a good segue is because I think Dom and I must have been the only ones playing or something the other day, and I feel like we talked about Austin Powers being like a perfect fit for Fortnite.
No, I think we were all on it.
Were we all on? I don't remember.
Mike, you were part of that, right?
I think it was before Mike got on.
I remember having that conversation, but I remember having it a while ago, probably when they were doing the whole spy thing.
Oh.
Which would have been not last season, but maybe the season before that.
No, but I feel like
we talked about it like
and you
last
said
week.
It would have been good during the spy
yes,
season.
yeah,
Oh,
we talked about it last week. We talked about it this past week. But that would be cool because like his fucking emote would be fucking his silly dances. Yeah. Like, that would be incredible. That would be so good in Fortnite. Like, I would do that dance on fucking everybody.
Maybe the fat bastard skin.
Well, so like they could layer it. They could be like, you have these missions to do, and if you get this mission, like, you unlock the fucking Dr. Evil skin. You get this mission, you unlock fucking Fat Bastard. You get this mission, you get Gold Member. Like, they could just do all of his characters.
Land on the map to do a mission for Fat Bastard. Like, he's just walking around at Pizza or whatever. I forget what the Pizza Tony's place.
Yeah, he really just fucked up Pizza Tony's name. Like, put some fucking respect on Pizza Tony.
And he's like, he says something with a stereotypical Scottish accent, and you have to run off and
Gets in my belly.
Oh, that would be good. That would be so
Or if
good.
there was a mission where there was a car like parked the wrong direction in an alley,
Yeah,
and you had to get
it out. You like just
I mean, if they wanted to go all in for like me specifically with like an Austin Powers event and do all this shit, all these skins and dances, and then they end the event with a fucking Burt Bacharach concert, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, what if they just put freaking laser beams on all the sharks' heads? Swimming around.
Oh, shit! He would have so many emotes too. Judo chop. Fucking throw a shoe at you.
Like, Austin Powers is so
Honestly,
far
who
removed.
throws a freaking shoe?
He's so far removed from pop culture though that like the kids
I
who play
know.
Fortnite
It
would
would
probably
be
wouldn't
so
even know what
weird.
the fuck it is. Yeah,
I mean, would it? Googimon. Googimon is.
Throw me a
Yeah, they
bone
probably know
here.
what that is.
Throw me a
Bone.
freaking. Damn, most quotable. Holy shit, Austin Powers, baby.
What
Austin
if the
Powers definitely
what
was
if
up
the
there with
shark hideout? What if the shark hideout in the back of Coral Castle just opened and Dr. Evil's ship came out of it? And that's like, that's how the
the
season
event.
ended. That's how the season ended.
I
It's
would
just like-
fucking lose my mind. I would lose my
Season
fucking
ends
mind.
with like all the different Fortnite characters looking like, look at the sky. It's a great big cock-a-doodle-doo, guys.
Wait,
And
has
it's-
there been
better
an
than
Adventure
that.
Time in Fortnite yet? Has Adventure Time had skins or anything?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
I mean,
Yeah.
all the leaks keep saying that there's gonna be Naruto stuff, and like that
Ugh.
would actually be kind of interesting to me. Like I would
Gross.
unfortunately spend a lot of money on that.
Todd,
depending on
Todd
the show.
says, gross, but you know he's buying a Rock Lee skin. Like, you know he's buying that.
No way. There's no way I would ever buy a Rock Lee skin. Why are you blowing up my spot, motherfucker? Yeah.
I think
No,
I would.
I mean-
I think I would laugh for a straight hour if I like. If he goes like, "Hey, let's play," and like I see Todd standing in the lobby wearing some other skin, and then it immediately changed to Rock Lee, I would just laugh for a straight hour.
So, Austin Powers and Naruto aside, like, where do you go from Ariana Grande? Like, what is the
Taylor
next
Swift.
concert?
Taylor fucking Swift would be the biggest fucking thing ever. If
Would
they
it,
got
though?
that I mean, I'm talking about like if people liked Ariana Grande, I think Taylor Swift would be like twofold of Ariana Grande.
I mean,
I don't know what the reaction. I don't know what people think about Ariana Grande in Fortnite. You know, so it's like
I don't know if Taylor Swift fits the. I mean, as weird as the Ariana Grande concert was, I don't know if Taylor Swift fits that mold. Like I agree that she is bigger. I just don't know if she fit. Like I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think that like
I would like to see invincible characters in Fortnite. To be honest with you,
that'd be pretty
like,
cool.
Oh.
I think Kanye would make sense to be like a concert in there.
Kanye
I feel
would
like
make
he would do something really cool with it if he had some
It's
creative
so
control
funny
in
that
there.
You just brought that up, Kanye, because I just watched a video of the guy from Eastbound and Down. I forget his name. The main guy.
Ricky, no,
What's the guy who plays Eastbound and Down?
Danny McBride.
yes, Danny
Yeah.
McBride.
He hung out with Kanye one day, and they were, fishing, whatever. He said it was like one of the best times he's ever had with like a celebrity. And he got home, and his son looked up at Kanye and him, and he's like, "You guys want to watch me play Fortnite?" And I guess he looked at Kanye, and Kanye's like, "Yeah, I'll watch you play Fortnite." And they just like sat there and watched his son play Fortnite for like an hour. And he said it was like the coolest thing he's ever done.
Wait, what? That's so
Yeah,
random.
It's so random. I was like listening. He told the story on some talk show, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, every time I hear these stories, I'm liking Kanye more and more. It's like,
Yeah,
he's just
listen,
fucking out.
Kanye is a very complicated person.
He definitely is.
It's very. He does some things that I don't agree with, but it's very hard for me to not like Kanye, or at least not like his music.
I don't want to go back on a Kanye thing, but were you guys the ones who told me that after he did the whole Trump thing, he just did that to get people out of jail? And then were you guys the one who told me this and what he did afterwards, or no?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I told you that, but it seems to be. It seems to be very.
I guess he took all his stuff and told them to get rid of it, like all the hats and everything. And he basically, once like they signed that order, he like was like, "Fuck 'em."
Yeah, it seems like from what a lot of people close to Kanye have said is that he. I mean, again, still again a very complicated, damaging thing. Him wearing that hat, doing those things, like yes, it's not. It's very complicated. It's not like a black and white, easy like. Oh, he did it for good reason, whatever. But seemingly he did do it to get those people out of jail. And then I think it kind of surfaced from an interview with Consequence. I think Consequence was saying something, basically saying that like after he did that, he like threw away all of his MAGA stuff, and it was like, I did that for this reason, whatever. And then some people did some digging, like. He actually like
he donated
money to Hillary and not Trump, and he also put a lot of money into. I think I don't know if he did stuff specifically for George Floyd's family, or if he just did a bunch of stuff for the Black Lives Matter movement during that time frame. But he did a lot of stuff that was clearly very like not what he was portraying himself to be publicly. Which was seemingly just get what he wanted to get done through the president at the time. So, I don't know. Again, very complicated individual, but I think he'd be a cool concert in there. I could see them doing something maybe a little bit smaller before they go big again, because I feel like Ariana Grande. I don't follow Ariana Grande, but I'm assuming she's very, very, very big pop star in regards to like. How that deal was probably constructed for her to be in the game. So maybe they do something a little bit smaller and then go back big again.
Get a Doja Cat fucking concert. Like, damn, boom. She's blowing up now, but she's not.
There's a lot of music in the game already for her.
Yeah, right.
Who would be the thing? Like, what's the thing that would get each of you excited though? Whether it's concert or crossover or other event.
Doja Cat. Fucking no, I don't know. I feel like they've done everything.
Like you want to watch Dune in Fortnite? You want to sit at Risky Reels and watch Dune?
I'd do it. So not that it would get me. So this is more like a based off of the text that Dom just sent about leaks and stuff. I was looking at it, and the first thing on that tweet was the Cube's return, and the Cube immediately reminded me of the show Reboot. And I was like, what if they added Enzo or Dot or Bob from Reboot into Fortnite? Which would be a very strange pull. But it's so strange in such a niche thing that
it
I
just
would
might
feel
work.
I would just feel compelled to buy and just be like, listen, guys, I'm buying this because I'm familiar with this property. I used to love this show. So it's not necessarily it's a thing that if they did it, I would go for it, but it's not something that I expect or am clamoring for.
So I want to just run through this alleged potential leak for what Season 8 of Fortnite would be that Dom sent. So cubes return. The cube will pop all over the map, controlled by the Queen. Naruto explosive kunai weapon. The Queen story character and potential battle pass outfit. The Sideways gameplay mechanics similar to Stranger Things portals and Spawns fiends. New game mode, potentially new game mode, and Unreal Engine 5 and modding. What if the Queen is fucking like? What if like Beyonce becomes like Fortnite lore, and that's what the lead up is? And we find out like mid season that like the Queen is Beyonce, and it leads up to a fucking Kanye,
I don't like
Beyonce show.
Beyonce. I don't like Beyonce's music. I don't like Beyonce.
I don't like you, Todd.
I just don't get the appeal of Beyonce ever.
Damn, Todd's clearly not a member of the Beehive.
No, I like most of that, like, R&B music and like, pop dance stuff, and like I just do not. I don't understand Beyonce.
We get it, Todd. You're not cultured. We understand.
This is a question specifically for Brenden Groom of Pass the Controller.
Oh, yes. This is, yep.
If they add Naruto to the game, which costume do you think he would wear?
He would have at least 2 styles. But my guess, especially if he's part of the Battle Pass, they probably have tiered things that you unlock throughout by doing specific missions. I guarantee they'll be like young Naruto, fucking whatever, fucking Naruto, and then like Hokage. Like they I would imagine have like at least like 2 or 3 costume changes for him that you have to unlock, because they did that last season with Lara Croft was part of the Battle Pass, and you unlocked her initially, and then I think you kept playing and did certain things, or maybe it was just progression in the Battle Pass. You unlocked like retro, and then you did a third one that unlocked like a more blocky, like PS1 looking Lara.
Did they ever do Stranger Things?
I think they did it for Raven too.
Oh, Raven also had that? Okay. And I mean, in The Mandalorian, the Bounty Hunter season, Mando, you were getting pieces of his armor the whole time. So, like, there's things they could do. What did you say, Todd? Did they do what?
Stranger Things. Has that ever been in Fortnite? Because I feel like
they,
new season's coming.
They did do... the Demogorgon might be a skin, and I think Hopper might be a skin. This was a while ago.
I remember it being in Dead by Daylight. I don't remember being in
There's
Fortnite.
Definitely... I think Hopper and Demogorgon. I don't think they did any of the kids, but there are definitely
Hopper and the Demogorgon.
Yeah,
I found a picture of the thing.
Yeah. I remember those at one point, but at that point I was not playing Fortnite again.
I don't see anybody using
2 years ago.
Never.
Yeah, it was a while ago. You don't remember?
Never seen anybody using those skins.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
I kind of fell off of Fortnite for a bit, and what really pulled me back in was Star Wars, because not the first, but the last time that they added Star Wars and added lightsabers, that's what like brought me fucking back into Fortnite hard, because it was those lightsabers, man. Good times.
Did you guys watch the TikTok I sent the other day? The Star Wars TikTok, by any chance?
Probably. I don't remember it right now, but probably.
I don't.
It was like a picture of a baby being born, and then like the nurse is trying to get wires off, and she whacks him in the head. Then it like pans to Rain Johnson giving an interview on like.
Oh no! I think I looked at it, but I didn't have the sound on. I think I was at work, so I didn't hear it. But I do remember looking at that.
Dom, how the fuck did you just quickly find an official Fortnite tweet from 2019?
Dom is Dominic Fortnite. That's his name.
Oh shit! You're fucking right. Damn. Sorry, Dad. Todd, you're not the dad. Sorry, Dad. You're not the Fortnite father anymore.
That's fine.
He's just dad now.
Yeah, right.
Daddy by nature. Yeah. I don't know what would get me super. I mean, if they added Nintendo skins, obviously that's a given. I'd be pumped, no matter what the characters were. Like they could honestly add garbage characters, and I'd still be pumped.
Yeah, we got Samus last season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. I just think it's funny.
It's a good yuck.
Yeah, I don't know what else at this point. I'm kind of pissed I missed the whole Xenomorph thing, because I would have loved to be fucking running.
I'm sure they'll come back in, especially because I'm sure they'll pop in the store during the season, simply because
I would expect
it's aliens
after this season.
Okay.
Why do you think?
Because they'll probably do it for Halloween.
Oh, maybe. I think there was a
There
Ripley
was
skin and a
Ripley and
Xenomorph
a
skin.
Xenomorph.
Yeah.
And the Ripley skin had her skin. It was like her from Alien and her from Aliens.
Believe it or not.
So there was like alternating costumes.
Remember Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yes. Remember what's his
do.
face from Star Trek doing the thing? Like he was the host on that show, right?
You're talking.
Riker?
Oh yes, yes. Sorry, we said Ripley's Believe It or Not, my brain actually went to Dean Cain instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because he was also Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, and there are all those clips of him saying, "Absolutely not. It was actually false." Have you ever walked home at night? I need to find these clips because those are.
Please do find a montage.
Star Trek stuff would be good.
Yeah.
We got the Vulcan salute this season, but we didn't get anything
I don't care
else.
about that. I don't care about Star Trek.
Yeah,
stuff.
I personally don't care, but I feel like it would be. I feel like people would be pumped about that. What if we got like we're in a weird space now where we've got things like I don't remember. Did Travis Scott get a skin you could buy?
He did.
So like Travis Scott is in the game, Ariana Grande is in the game, like real people. Obviously you have the influencer side that's kind of existed for a little bit too. So like you can play as Ninja and some other influencers. I don't know. Did they ever, when they did the soccer stuff, did they add an actual athlete too or no?
Yes.
Was it Messi or like one of those guys?
I don't fucking know.
I can't remember who it is.
I mean, Bella Porch hasn't.
Please.
Bella Porch has a new song, so we might be getting that dance pretty soon.
And maybe. But like who
LeBron.
There you go. Who would be like a cool? Thank you. Who would be like a cool, like
Neymar.
real
Neymar was the soccer.
yes. Who would be like a cool real person that would get you like if they put fucking. What if they put a part of the map as Flavortown and we got Guy Fieri? Like we would.
That would be insane, and I'd be upset that all four of us be running around in Guy Fieri skins.
Oh, I also forgot to send you guys this from earlier.
They would also add his car as one of the cars on the map.
Not all four of us, Mike. It would be like literally
Everyone.
human player on the map would be
I'd be
Guy.
playing the Dinner's Drive-In intro every time we were playing too, like on my phone. I'd be like, "Hey guys, hold on one second."
Imagine that was one of the emotes, if just him hitting the sign and like leaning back laughing while the sign's
Damn. I would that could potentially if they ever did that, like that could end up I'd love to see the numbers. I would love to see like what the most purchased skin is.
Is there?
I was saying that to
don't know.
Dom the other day. I was saying that to Dom. I'd love to see the most, or was I saying it to you too? I forget.
I don't think I was there.
I was saying I want to see what the most purchased skin is and what the most used skin is.
I'm sure
those might not be the same.
they're probably not. I'm sure they could probably, if they wanted to, reveal the most used skin, but because they deal with so many fucking companies, they probably can't reveal like what's the most purchased thing is because I feel like there's probably some stuff they can't do in that for that reason legally.
With Sonic 2 coming out, I feel like they could do a bunch of skins from that, but how do you make Sonic fit? Like you're gonna make him like make it Sonic.
I know,
Make it Sonic.
and that's kind of why like when I was thinking about like the Nintendo stuff, like it could only be a certain type of character. Like they couldn't put Mario there because that would just look weird.
Mario wouldn't, but Link would work, I think. But like, yeah, Link would work.
Because that's kind of the thing with Fortnite is like if you put in characters that are so drastically different sizes, it then becomes like unbalanced in some way because it's like.
Yeah, it's like Odd Job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They had to scale Thanos.
Yeah.
He was initially like a much bigger thing.
When he was there in the first event, I think he was a much bigger character that you controlled. It's funny that you just said Odd Job though, because like I feel like 007 would be like a good thing to work in there, like
Dude,
at some point.
That final Bond movie was supposed to come out like a year and a half ago. I don't even know what's going on with
It's kind of launching Fortnite. Kale in the chat makes a good point. The next presidential election should take place in Fortnite. I mean, honestly, if Fortnite is still as big as it is by that time, I wouldn't be fucking surprised. They just want you to Pokemon Go to the polls. So whatever can connect with the kids.
Captain Carter.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And then have like the.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys all watch that already?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think the other skin would be really cool too, though.
She makes a lot of sense to be. Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
I think she would make a lot of sense to represent What If, and they did Loki during this season.
He was just a Fortnite crew. He was just a crew.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Marvel thing doesn't. It's not that it doesn't get me excited. It's just that at this point, like, I just expect more Marvel from time to time, because I think it must be the most represented partnership in the game. I don't think anyone else has more skins.
DC.
I think Star Wars might have more skins in. No, maybe not.
No, they only have 3 or 4.
No, they have Finn, Kylo, Rey, Mando, Stormtrooper, Imperial Trooper, Zori Bliss. I think there's more.
Was there not a Darth Vader skin?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
There's definitely more DC, but
yeah. No, I thinking about it, you're right. There's definitely more DC.
There's 3 or 4 Batman skins.
Yeah, and there's multiple Jokers and Harleys too, I'm pretty sure. So, damn. Yeah, but Marvel stuff I just kind of expect. I'm actually surprised with not the lack of Star Wars, but I feel like I feel like there should be more Star Wars in there at this point. Like, I'm surprised there isn't, like, Han. I don't think they've been skins like Han, Luke, Leia, Vader, Darth Maul would be a fucking fantastic skin. Like, I'm surprised that those characters aren't there yet. I'm assuming they will come at some point, but I guess I'm kind of surprised they're not there at this point already. At least some of them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would get me more excited than a Nintendo crossover, to be honest.
Just give me more 80s nostalgia from like alien movies like that, like Die Hard. Give me some fucking shit like that. I'll eat that shit up.
I think they do a good job of kind of.
We got John McClane in something, right?
I think Warzone is currently doing doing like action heroes. I think Bruce Willis is in the game.
Yeah, Rambo and John McClane, I think.
Rambo and John McClane.
John Rambo and John McClane.
Yeah, I think Fortnite does a pretty good job of trying to like reach into a bunch of different areas and pull from a lot of stuff. So I don't know. It's interesting.
I guess at this point it really depends on what the aesthetic that they're going for next season is.
Yes, I feel like they've kind of not pulled away from that though, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like they were leaning really hard into it sort of during the Bounty Hunter season with all the people they were adding.
I don't know. Aquaman was the water season. We're in space. I mean, space and aliens. We got Rick. I mean,
Superman kind of an alien.
Gamora.
Is Googimon an alien?
I don't know what.
We still not 100% sure what his thing is.
He's freaking me the fuck out. Is what
all
he is.
I know is that he's, what was it, sexy and scary? I forget what it is.
He's more sexy than he is scary.
Okay, there it is.
You know what would be a kind of crazy thing? I don't know if it would ever happen, and I don't know how you really do it. Or I guess you do it this way. If they ever did like a Pokemon crossover, and like the characters weren't Pokemon, I mean, maybe you could do some of them, but like the characters were like Pokemon trainers, and then they had like a bunch of different back blings that were like Pokemon like on your shoulder and shit. I feel like that would be kind of cool.
I'd probably stop playing Fortnite at that point.
Yeah, I want to be Bug Trainer.
Yeah, I know, Mike, because you fucking love Fireflies.
Yeah.
Anyways. Weevil? They're doing Yu-Gi-Oh next?
Let's add some Yu-Gi-Oh in there.
I mean, listen, if the next season has Naruto, I wouldn't be shocked if we see other shonen at least show up. I don't know about across the board anime, but I could see more shonen characters showing up.
I would like it. I would also say that I think like shonen characters like from Jump and shit might be niche enough where they wouldn't stack their battle pass with it. They want to make sure people are playing.
No, they would just rotate them in the store. Okay. Or I mean, however they cut the deals, like with, like Predator was not something you paid for. You just did missions to do that. So some specific payout was, you know what I mean? They could always do skins like that where it's like, people aren't paying for this. They're just,
We get a Naruto, we get a Goku, we get a Vegeta. We'd probably get a lot of Naruto and probably get a lot of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I would think.
Is Predator a Disney skin?
Does Disney own Predator
It
now?
might be now. It was Fox before.
I think it was Fox. Yeah.
Interesting. No, it was last year. Wasn't Predator like last December, November?
I don't remember how long ago that was.
Yeah,
was
wasn't-
during the Bounty Hunter season.
Yeah, wasn't that the end of last year? Wasn't Mando last year?
I don't know. I thought the Bounty Hunter season ended. Wasn't it that last season?
This season, the season before this was Hunter or whatever, Primal, and then I think the season before that was Bounty Hunter.
Oh, okay.
I think. Listen, if they do Naruto for real in this next season, and the only Naruto skin we get is Naruto, I'm actually gonna be kind of mad.
We'll probably only get Naruto.
That's so disappointing. Mike, if they're gonna,
That is kind of weird.
it is weird, right?
Yeah. I would expect some other things. I would expect some like Akatsuki skins.
Yeah, an
I would
Akatsuki
expect
skin would be
that-
fucking dope. A
I
Toby
would
skin?
expect. Yeah, I would expect to at least see Sasuke if you get Naruto.
You got to do fucking Team
actually, I
6,
was-
Mike.
Team 7.
I like Team 6 better. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would actually expect a Kakashi too. to be
Listen,
honest.
if there isn't a fucking Kakashi skin, I'm sorry.
Wait, Kakashi 6'9"? Is that the?
I love how Todd just made that joke, but probably doesn't know who either of those things
I
are.
have no idea. I have no idea.
I mean, I don't really know
He's
what
making
Tekashi
so
69 is
that's
either.
what
But
makes it so good.
that's a Todd joke. That's a Todd original. Yeah, I'd be kind of disappointed if we didn't at least get like purchasable other Naruto characters. That'd be kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I would probably end up spending a lot of money on that, to be honest.
So they get you, Mike. They want that. They want those weeb
Spend
dollars.
so much money on that, and then I wouldn't even use those skins. I would just
Yeah,
have
see, like
them
I
now.
wouldn't. I would save all my money when that shit comes out.
Todd says that now, but again, when he sees fucking Guy Sensei in there, and he's like, "Oh shit, Rock Lee has an older brother."
I'm just gonna. If I'm only buying the Rock Lee skin if I can just remove the weights from my legs and just fucking.
How does Todd know that scene? What is happening right now? What the fuck is going on? Have you watched that scene before? How do you know that?
Yeah, I've watched
He's
it
probably
before.
seen it in a TikTok.
No, I've watched that scene before. In a TikTok.
Todd is already in the 4th Ninja War and Shippuden. Todd's like almost done.
Yeah.
He's just begging through it.
He fucking lapped me. Anyways, is that all we got on Fortnite?
I love that scene because he's just like. And everyone, yeah, that scene's so good.
That would be his emote.
good.
That would be his fucking emote.
It'd be perfect,
He
yeah.
rips them off and drops them, and a fucking plume of smoke goes up.
Yep.
Anyone else got anything for Fortnite?
No. I don't know if I could top whatever Todd just did.
Can anybody ever? Let's just be honest. Well, on that note, thank you. Yikes, I just smashed my computer. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Episode 272. Imagine. Episode 272 of the Pass the Controller podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, want to help support the show, you can do that in a few different ways. You can follow us on social media. I almost just said at Goodnight Fatty. You can follow us on social media at Fast Controller. You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/PassController. You can find, watch, read, listen to everything we do at passthecontroller.io. Check out our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button so that we can get our own URL and not have to have some crazy funky letters and number combination. And yeah, you can do those. All of those free things help support the show. If you have a few bucks kicking around, want to help support the show, you can do that in a few different ways. You can go to passcontroller.threadless.com and buy yourself some sick swag. You can go to patreon.com/passcontroller and become a patron. And I know I mentioned it a few times on the show, probably gonna look at updating those Patreon tiers and see what we can kind of put together to get some additional stuff cooking for those who are looking for that. And I didn't already say this, but you should definitely take a moment very quickly on Apple Podcasts to leave us a review, because that very much helps us find new listeners. I don't know why I just said very much, but here we are. If you want to keep up with us in our community, you can join our Discord server. And if you want to talk to me, you can find me at BGroom. You can find Mike at _Mycopath. You can find Todd at Toddy_by_nature. You can find Dom at PTC _1 little spark. And thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 2 72 of the Pass Control Podcast. Until next time.